Good morning and happy Tuesday to each of you. I wanted to make sure that the first thing you do is quiz 14. Remember, quizzes do not have backs, just fronts. And you do have to complete your lesson for today, which is 247 and 248. There are no highlights on today's lesson. And I would like to go ahead and get started. Making change. Now remember yesterday we talked about that, didn't we? Yesterday was counting back change. Today is making change. $10 is greater than $6.17. We need change. Start with the amount owed and give change until you reach the amount paid. Okay? So, you have $6.17, you go to $6.20, then $6.25, then to the $7, then to the $10, okay? So let me show you what we're speaking of here. Okay, $10 is how much the person has, right? And they have spent $6 and 17 cents. And the best way to make 17 is a 10, a 5, a nickel, a dime and a nickel, and 2 pennies. Okay, so that is the best way for 6.17. $10 minus 6.17. Let me drag those off. Okay, so we're going to go from 6.17 to 6.20. 6.18, 6.19, 6.20, okay? And then the best way, remember the smallest first, is a nickel. So that's going to be 6.25. And now we need to go from 6.25 to $7, which is 3/4, okay? So that gets us to $7. Now we have to get to 10. So how many ones do we need? 8, 9, 10. So the change will be $3.83. Okay? Now, making change. Let's continue. Give change using the fewest pieces of money. So this gives you the opportunity to do this by listing it out, which I think is a really great idea. Okay, so you have $20, okay? The person had $20 and they have spent $16.19 on a pair of shoes. So you see the $20 there? Okay, $20 minus $6.19. Where sometimes you just want to like give that amount, okay? That would be $3.81. But that's not how they want you to do it. They want you to count up, okay? So 1 penny gets you to $16.20. 1 nickel gets you to $16.25. 3/4 gets you to $17. $3 gets you to 20. So let's see if I was correct. $3 plus 3/4 is $3.75. Plus a nickel is $3.80. Plus a penny is $3.81. Do you see? Okay. All right, let's go down to the last one. I think I'm going to let you do it on your own because I think it's a lot of fun and I don't want to ruin it for you. So if you will do the second one on your own, and I want you to use the scale drawing to find the distance. Remember, 1 inch is equal to 500 miles this time. And make sure that you measure each segment, okay? Remember, 500 miles, okay? Now, write the decimal the teacher says here, okay? So that part is, let me see if I'm going to say them to you. Okay, this is what I want you to do. I want you to write 3A. I want you to write 3/10. For 3B, I want you to write 3/100. 3/100. For C, I would like for you to write 3 thousandths, 3 thousandths. All of the first ones have the TH at the end. Actually, all of these will. Okay, now I want you to write 21 thousandths. And for E, I want you to write 21 hundredths. Okay, I'll give you just a second. Now, let's go back up to 3A. I'm kind of holding my phone at a weird angle because I don't want to show you the answers right now. On 3A, you're supposed to write 3/10. That is going to look like this. 0.3. Okay? Now, on 3B, you were supposed to write 3/100. You see how you're supposed to say those? See that, guys? 3/100. And it looks like this. Okay? On C, you're supposed to write 3 thousandths. And it looks like this. And 21 thousandths looks like this. And 21 hundredths looks like this. Remember, tenths only have one place. Hundredths have 2 places. And thousandths have 3 places. Okay? Now, when you go down to temperatures, okay, plot the points and connect them. Find the average high temperature for the 6 days, okay? I want you to plot those and then see if you can figure out the answer. You're mainly just plotting what it says right here. So on Sunday, it's 72 degrees. So you go to Sunday and you go up to 72 degrees, okay? And then you're going to answer by giving the average, okay? These are just multiplication. Be careful. Remember on your multiplying your fractions that you cancel. Remember that, okay? And then here, I want you to make sure, and I'm not so much concerned that you see this answer. I just want you to remember that 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9. You put the 9 over the existing denominator. So that'll be 9 over 2. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 2 is 8. You put 8 over the denominator that's there, which is a 3. So you have, what do you have, class? 9 over 2 times 8 over 3, okay? Can you cancel anything? Yes, you can. 2 goes into 2 one time, 2 goes into 8 4 times, 3 goes into 9 3 times, and 3 goes into 3 one time. 3 times 4 is 12, 1 times 1 is 1. 12 over 1 is just equal to 12. You do not leave it 12 over 1, okay? Now, your division, guys. Come on, come on, come on. Show me that everybody in this class can get this by the end of the year. Remember, if you have an 8 right here, this number needs to be a 6. You need to say 6 will go into 53 how many times, okay? 6, what is 6 times 9, okay? 6 times 9 is 54. So that's a little bit more, isn't it? But you can try that just to see. You see what I'm saying? You might try an 8, you might try a 9, but the answer is a 9, all right? You multiply it out. Then you say, now remember, the 58 is not going into the 5 or the 53. It's too big. It's going into the 539. So put a little line right across the top so you know that your 9 goes above the 9 and not above the 3. Then you're going to say how many times will 6 divide into 17? And that's 3, isn't it? Or close to 3. 3 times 6 is 18, which is a little bit more. And 6 times 2 is 12, which is right much less. So I always try the one that's closest to. Does that make sense? But it is trial and error. Do you see what I'm saying? Always. If you put an 8 there and it's wrong, try a 9. If you put a 2 there and it's wrong, you see it's too big down here when you subtract it out, go back up here and make that, you can adjust it. If it's too big or too small, you can adjust it by going up and down one number. Please do not forget to check. It's always required on test, and I don't want you to miss it, okay? Let's see. In this problem, make sure that you're finding your common denominator. So let's hide this. Okay, you say, will 3 go into 9 evenly? Yes, it will. So that's your common denominator. Then you say, okay, You have your 7 and your 3. You just write that down. You put your common denominator of 9. 9 goes into 9 one time. 1 times 5 is 5. Then you have your 9 at the bottom, right? 3 goes into 9 3 times. 3 times 2 is 6. Then that's addition. That's pretty simple, okay? 5 plus 6 is 11 over 9. 7 plus 3 is 10. Now, if that was subtraction, you would have to go over here and borrow a whole number, etc. Okay? Now, here is that improper fraction. You have got to solve that. 9 goes into 11 one time with 2 left over. So that will be 1 and 2/9. You see that? So then you take the 10 plus the 1 is 11 and the 2/9 is left over. Okay? Don't forget about changing that to a mixed number. Okay? The last ones I think you can handle by yourself. And I hope you do amazing on your quiz today. I hope you're enjoying making change and learning about the other things we have learned about today. Again, there is no highlighting today, and I hope you have an amazing Tuesday. Bye-bye.